Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. You see me in my icy white Black Fox News hoodie with a blue logo. Oh, Bishop, where you get that from, yo? That shit fresh. Yo, go to blackfoxnews.com/shop and you can get yourself one too, man. And you don't like this color? You don't like the logo? You know we got the alternate red logo, but you can also get this in different colors. It's different sizes. Hell, we got different paraphernalia that could possibly have this color scheme you're looking for. Match anything swaggy in your wardrobe on everything. Make sure you check that out, blackfoxnews.com/shop. The link is in the Instagram bio. Support us as we support y'all, because we actually have to be on guard in a country where the death toll due to COVID-19 is approaching 200,000. It is important that we are on the same page with the most up-to-date knowledge about this disease. Hence why I have to report this, because on Friday, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, on their website, cdc.gov, that actually made an update to show that COVID-19 could possibly be could have airborne transmission. That has actually been changed today. They changed it back to what it was. They deleted the information and then said that it was posted in error. Now, this is the third time that they've made such a change on the website and then changed it back. The previous time, I just reported on it last week, where they had made a change, and it turned out that the change was made by, they suspect, a political operative. Like, it wasn't made by a scientist, clearly, and it was changed back. So funny business going on over there, but that is the business that's going on over there. Green War and Graduation. Streets Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Now, make sure you check out blackfoxnews.com/LPAI. That's LPAI. That is the acronym for Let's Post About It. This is the link to the social media platform where I want everybody to join, especially our followers, where we could actually build with integrity. You know what I'm saying? Have all sorts of debates and discussions that y'all be wanting to have, all that hot shit y'all be wanting to say on social media. Well, this is the platform to do it from, and bring your proof. You know what I'm saying? You could upload documents, you could upload videos, your own videos, YouTube videos. You can do a lot as far as communication goes. We welcome the scholars, the PhDs, the pastors, the activists, the street scholars, everybody to join the platform. Just create a profile, and then you win. And you know we got benefits for all of that coming up. But now, the Department of Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar just signed a memo barring the FDA and other health regulatory companies administrations, pardon me, within this Trump administration, from actually signing off on anything without his signature, so they can't impose any new rules or anything like that without his signature. Now, this is seen as problematic because right now there's a race going on for the COVID-19 vaccine, and people fear that, like, it's a power grab for him, basically allowing him to determine, well, what vaccine is going to be tried and what's not. So everybody keep your eyebrows up. Green War and Graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Conspiracy on the horizon, you know we got a report on it, but it turns out that the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases, this is the thing that is ran by Dr. Anthony Fauci, who many of you have grown to know through the coronavirus pandemic. This is the top advisor on the shit, him being the head of the National Institute of Health and Allergies and Infectious Diseases. So now at this institute, though, it turns out they actually found a man by the name of William Cruz, who was actually secretly making and managing this right-wing website called redstate.com. I don't know if y'all have been there before, but this is like, you know, right-wing, you know, they are considered to have, like, be putting out a lot of propaganda or whatever. On the website, they called Dr. Anthony Fauci the mask Nazi. And this guy actually said that, you know, everybody who was handling every government official that was handling the pandemic should be executed. It basically suggested that. So, you know, this is somebody from the inside, talking about the inside. And I don't know, it doesn't really sound like a bipartisan type of party that's going on in some of these administrations in the government. But there you have it, though. Green War and Graduation. Streets Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I told y'all about how the 87-year-old Supreme Court Justice actually died this past weekend. Well, there's a whole out rush to actually replace her, because we know that the Senate actually, or the president picks who the nominees for Supreme Court justices, and then the Senate votes them in. So right now the cards is deck, and they trying to just jam right-wing people all in throughout the judicial system. Supreme Court is no different. Trump even went on White Fox News and said that he thinks that Ginsburg's dying wish, which was said to the public by through a stepdaughter, that she wanted to that the replacement of her position not be done till after the election. Trump was on White Fox News saying he don't even believe that's the case. Like, I don't know that she said that. You know, could it be Adam Schiff, Schumer, Pelosi? Like, you know what I mean? Stirring that more of that conspiracy theory bullshit. And you the president, you ain't supposed to be moving like that. But nevertheless, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has said that there's more than enough time to hold the nomination and the vote, so we're gonna do it. Crazy thing, the hypocritical shit is that when Obama was president in 2016 and trying to get in the new justice after the death of Anthony Scalia, the Supreme Court justice, this was 9 months out, and Mitch McConnell refused to hold the hearing on and getting him another nomination. So that's some like race. I don't know if that's some racist shit, it's partisan shit, some bullshit though. At the end of the day, they are going to lay Ginsburg in front of the Capitol this Friday, and that's the first time that a woman has actually received that honor in the United States. But before that, though, for a couple days, she's actually they're gonna have her body in front of the Supreme Court. It's part of like some COVID-19 restrictions, but there you have it, man. Politics is getting nasty. Green War and Graduation. Streets reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Shit getting spooky out here in the United States, y'all. I might have to move the fuck out of here. But let's listen to what the Attorney General William Barr, mind you, he was handpicked by Donald Trump. Let's not forget that. But him being at the Department of Justice or whatever, they actually have designated Portland, Seattle, and New York City as anarchist cities. Meaning that by the Department of Justice that they have allowed violence to persist, and they have allowed for the destruction of property to persist. So in labeling them anarchist cities, it allows the federal government to cut billions of dollars in funding from these cities. Now, this was obviously slammed by anybody with a brain, definitely all of the Democrats or whatever. You had New York Attorney General Letitia James, and I'm not even sure of her where she lies on the political spectrum, but she said that this is like illegal and is a desperate attempt to scare Americans into voting for a commander-in-chief that's actually incapable of running the country. Green War and Graduation. This reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So, the World Health Organization actually has this thing designed that they call COVAX, that they got 156 countries and representatives from those countries or whatever to sign on to and agree to, that would basically ensure the fair distribution of future COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19, coronavirus disease, SARS-CoV-2, that Rona, you know what I'm saying? Vaccines for that, making sure it's fairly distributed, not just going towards this people or that people or anyone being discriminated for it or whatever. The only two countries that didn't sign off on it that are actually that deal with the World Health Organization are China and the United States. Green War and Graduation. Chief reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report, man. Make sure you support blackfoxnews.com/shop. You know what I mean? Link is in the Instagram bio. But also check out blackfoxnews.com/opportunities, especially for all my go-getters out there, all my business owners, small business owners and big corporation owners. Like, let's work. We got a network of opportunities all throughout Black Fox News, and the channels and all of our content, whatever, all types of advertising opportunities. So definitely check that out. And support us as we continue to support y'all with that real. It's a crazy thing going on in these immigration jails, but one trend that hasn't really been the case in previous years, but is the case now, is deaths in these immigrant detention centers. So yesterday, Cipriano Chavez Alvarez, 61-year-old Mexican man, actually died at the Stewart Detention Center, a privately run immigration center in Georgia. So he died in a Georgia hospital, but he becomes the 20th person to die in ICE custody this fiscal year. That's the most that's happened in the last 15 years. The most that have died in immigration custody. 7 of those deaths have actually been related to COVID-19. Green War and graduation. Streets reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report, man. Hey, yo, make sure you check out my mixtape at @still_I grind. Now, why do I give you an Instagram handle if I'm saying it's my mixtape? It's an Instagram mixtape, the only thing that's ever been done like that. It's never been done before. So make sure you check that out at @still_I grind. It's the prelude to the album that's on the way, Still I Grind, and you can get merch for that whole project at blackfoxnews.com/shop. The link is in the Black Fox News Instagram bio. Check that out. Now, putting y'all onto this real though, what's happening and what's not happening is, remember a week ago I told y'all they started intra-Afghan peace talks between like the Afghanistan government, the Afghan government, pardon me, and the Taliban. Well, that shit is over. You know what I mean? It's so much for peace because like even just on Sunday, dozens of people were killed, like, you know, Afghan militants and Taliban members or whatever. It was just like the bloodiest day of like the whole peace talks or whatever. Dozens of people were killed. On Saturday, you had airstrikes that killed at least 12 civilians that struck a Taliban base in the northeastern province of Kunduz. So shit is real volatile, to say the least. Green War graduation. Streets reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So over in Colombia, in South America, you actually, in the southwest region of Cauca, you actually had a massacre, to say the least, that actually took place this past Sunday, killing 6 people. And that's what local organizations are calling it. And they're actually saying that this is the 10th massacre that's happened in that region. And then overall, monitoring groups are saying across Colombia there have been 60 massacres that have taken place, taking the lives of a total of 244 people. That's 4 people per massacre. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. A lot of times social leaders and political agitators are targeted, but that's what's going on in Colombia. Green War and graduation. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report, man. Make sure you support the movement and go check out blackfilesnews.com/shop. The link is in the Instagram bio for Black Files News. You can get cool paraphernalia just like this ice cold winter hoodie right here, or you can get it in different color shapes and sizes. We got the alternate red logo or whatever, so you can mix and match with pretty much anything that you got that's fly in your wardrobe. So definitely go get that a look, man. Continue to support us, and we continue to support y'all with this real. Now, over in Sudan, that's in Northern Africa for those who ain't seen a fucking map of Africa or whatever, but Sudanese filmmaker and activist Hajooj Cooper. This is somebody who's actually a member of the Academy for Motion Pictures of Arts and Sciences. This is somebody who actually is an award-winning filmmaker, most known for his film Beats on the Antelope. His theater workshop was actually cracked down, and him along with 4 others actually was sentenced to 2 months in prison. Now, critics say that this is just a part of a crackdown on arts and activism. Kuka was actually very much a part of the uprising that took place last year that led to the ousting of then President Omar al-Bashir. And now, al-Bashir, there was a lot of bloodshed in that uprising that went from like that previous winter until that late spring. So, you know, he's definitely on the radar of the security forces out there, and that's what happened though. So free Kuka. Green War and graduation. This reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report, man. Make sure you check out blackfilesnews.com/LPAI. LPAI is LPAI. It's an acronym for Let's Post About It. It's the social media platform that we have under Black Files News that allows you to basically get on. We could discuss in open forums some of the heaviest topics of our time today, and we could do so with proof. We could share documents, PDFs, YouTube videos, and really exchange and get down to the nitty-gritty truths that we need to get down to in order to progress as a community, whether you're part of the Africana community, African American community, the hip-hop community, or the American community. Go ahead, create a profile on blackfilesnews.com/LPAI, and let's post about it. Now, scientists are saying that Arctic sea ice actually shrank to its 2nd lowest level on record this past summer due to global climate heat. Now, this also is coming as scientists are saying that the Arctic itself is rapidly changing with like all of this ice up there that's just melting, to where it's like it used to be a place that was characterized by snow and ice, and now it's characterized by like, you know, really like heavy rainfall, open water, and all of that. So it's changing. Scientists also say that like the warming that's going on up there of the sea ice is actually leading the oceans to have to absorb more heat, which is going to have devastating effects to our climate and our ecosystems. As you know, like there's going to be all sorts of wildlife that actually dies as a result of the heating up of the oceans, and also this with more water and more heat in the water and all of that. There's other devastating effects to that, but everybody stay woke with this climate change shit. Green War and graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. More on how the Trump administration is continuing to be real partisan and political in their staffing decisions. I mean, I guess maybe no different than other administrations have, but it seems to a different degree in this day and time. Trump has actually tapped Ryan Maui, who's a meteorologist, who actually questions the link between these catastrophic climate disasters and climate change. He's a libertarian scholar or former scholar for the Libertarian Cato Institute, and is publicly criticized like many prominent climate scientists like Dr. James Hansen, like the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and whatnot. Trump has tapped this person to actually be the chief scientist of the NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. So what does that mean? Well, based on the moves of this current administration in recent past, like this year or whatever and beyond, they actually, you can expect some data manipulation possibly, or things of that nature that would further silence the climate change activists at the end of the day. Green War and graduation, we'll see. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So Texas has actually issued over 24 disaster warnings throughout the counties of that state. I was about to say country, it's as big as a country, but as well as Louisiana has actually declared a state of emergency. Now both states are actually preparing for Tropical Storm Beta, which has already made landfall on Monday, touching down the coastline of Texas, actually completely wiping away Galveston, Texas pier. So also with the name, you hear the name Tropical Storm Beta. That's an interesting name, right? This is actually only the second time in history that our weather people have had to name these tropical storms after Greek alphabet letters after exhausting all of the letters A through W in the alphabet with the names of these tropical storms this year. So that by itself is crazy, and definitely is a reflection of the record-breaking hurricane season that's taking place in the Atlantic Ocean right now. At one point, they were monitoring 7 hurricanes at one time. Green War and graduation, though. Them slave ancestors, man, like, they not happy with how things is going. Because if you really pay attention, you'll see that all of these hurricanes follow slave trade routes. You know what I'm saying? So this tropical storm is, I guess, a little different, but nevertheless, everybody gotta be on guard. Green War and graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So yesterday in California and San Diego, actually 2 Kumeyaay land defenders actually have who them and their allies have actually been protesting in San Diego for weeks by encamping along the border wall construction line, basically preventing the construction of the border wall for about a mile. They've been doing so for weeks, but yesterday the Bureau of Land Management actually came to evict the campers and protesters, saying that if they don't leave, they'll be threatened with arrest. 2 Kumeyaay protesters were arrested, but we're definitely they're trying to protect sacred land that the border wall is at risk of building on all throughout, definitely when you get to Texas, Arizona, Cali, or whatever, but all throughout the southern border. So white supremacy don't give a fuck about that shit like that, but nevertheless, we should continue to see more stories like this, because people who are indigenous to this land are not having that shit. Just as simple as that. Green War and Graduation. Report of the New World of the Bishop Grady, let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. Make sure you support the movement at blackfoxnews.com/shop. But also check out /music, because you know I got albums on there. We got the compilation Black Fox News presents the New World Order compilation out there, underground conscious rap classic. And then also we got blackfoxnews.com/lpay, the social media platform. We want all of our followers and beyond to come and create a profile on that account. I don't give a fuck what side of the political spectrum you stand on. Let's come to these forums and let's ask and answer some and really heavy and important questions that we as a community, whether you want to talk about the human race or whether you want to talk about just the black community, a hip-hop community, American community, whatever, we all got some heavy shit we need to talk about, and there's a lot of misinformation being put out there. This platform allows you to actually share documents, PDFs, files, books, videos, and all of that, whatever, and have meaningful dialogue. So, but into this news though, Gizmodo is actually reporting that the CBP, the Customs and Border Patrol, are actually flying drones over the homes of anti-pipeline indigenous activists, including Tom Goldtooth, who's actually the head of the Indigenous Environmental Network. So everybody who's actually protesting these pipelines that's being put out by these, you know, I hate to come off like a demagogue, but it is what it is. This white supremacist government, man, like in some of these companies that really just don't give a fuck about history or indigenous land or people's rights or none of that shit, and they just, or the environment, and they just want to put, you know what I mean, put their shit there and get their money, get their fucking billions, and say fuck everybody else or whatever. Yo, it's people here that's not having that. Well, just know that if you're protesting, they might be flying drones over your home. We in some crazy time. Everybody stay woke and stay focused, man. Like, this ain't time for play. Like, yeah, have your good time, have your balance. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just be mad all the time, and you need peace. But it's war. Green War and Graduation. Report of the New World of the Bishop Grady, let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So there was a fierce standoff yesterday in Arizona on Tohono O'odham land. You had land defenders and their allies actually protesting the construction of Trump's border wall. Now, let me paint the scene for you. It's a standoff between these land defenders, many of them indigenous, related to the people who were indigenous to the land, or they're friends of those people or whatever. But nevertheless, they're over there trying to protect what they consider to be sacred ground. The scene for the protest was actually happening near a sacred spring in the Organ Pipe National Monument. This is a national monument already acknowledged by the United States as something that they should leave alone. But Trump's administration, they don't give a fuck about none of this shit. So there's constant rollbacks of this and constant disregard. Trump has even said in the past that he's going to pardon whoever ends up being violating laws in the building of this wall or whatever. So they got their whole old under agenda, but the people not having it. So there's a standoff between the National Park Service and Border Patrol agents, them shoving off protesters or whatever out there in the Sonoran Desert. And after hours of blocking the construction, you know, they had to fall back. The protesters did. Now keep in mind, the wall construction people over there in the Sonoran Desert have already destroyed what's considered pristine land, pumping millions of gallons of water out of groundwater in order to be mixed for cement to build the fucking wall. So they really, white supremacy, just white people don't really give a fuck. But this not going to be the last time that you see protests like this. They're guaranteed to continue, as people who are indigenous to this land or have more of a right to this land are just simply not going to roll over for and let whatever happened to the land, because the land don't belong to white people at the end of the day. Green War and Graduation though. News report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So the Government Accountability Office is actually looking into the Pentagon's interest in using heat rays and other non-lethal weapons against protesters around the White House. Now, this investigation was demanded to be open after June, when they had, remember they had cleared the way from Lafayette Park after they pounced on these peaceful protesters, whatever, beat them all the fuck up, threw tear gas at them and all of that, so Trump could just take that picture in front of the cathedral. You know what I'm saying? Basically, with holding a Bible front like he follow God when he don't. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, this is somebody that this is a scenario that has heavy implications, because the military already wants to be able to use what are called direct energy weapons against enemy combatants. But as you've seen in recent history, this government has no problem considering its citizens as enemy combatants. And it's not, the last government had that issue too, but this is like full blown. They've had military in the streets. You can't even make a claim that that's not the case. Green War and Graduation. Report of the New World, the Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, this dude actually announced that they're going to try to pass new legislation that basically clamps down on protests, making it essentially a felony if you destroy any property, automatic jail time if you hit an officer, and also they are going to refuse to give state grants to local jurisdictions that may vote to defund the police department. So very retaliatory. I'm sure some people feel like this is like, yeah, that's the move, that's worth it. My opinion would be, I don't think it necessarily hits at the issue, that it dodges the issues that these protests were spurred by in the first place. So it's like people always want to criticize like the person that strikes back second, you know what I'm saying? But never the person that actually pops it off. And the U.S. has a tendency to do that when it comes to black and white people relations. But nevertheless, that's where, especially black and police relations. Never mind that police started from being slave patrol. You know what I'm saying? Never mind that fact. We just sweep that shit under the rug. Y'all gotta be kidding me, man. Green War and Graduation. Report of the New World, the Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report, man. Make sure, I'm still a rapper at the end of the day, so definitely make sure you check out my music, man. You can see it on blackfoxnews.com/music, SoundCloud, YouTube, and all of that. Bishop Grady, B$hip, GRDY, but also definitely check out @still_I grind on Instagram. Only Instagram mixtape ever done, and it's gonna be the mixtape that keep on giving, because I'm gonna keep uploading to it, whatever, the mixtape that never ends. Definitely promo for the album. Still I grind us on the way, for which you can get merchandise at blackfoxnews.com/shop. See how that come around full circle? Link is in the Instagram bio. Check this out though. As far as rest in peace to James Scurlock. This is a 22-year-old black male who was actually killed during the George Floyd protest in Omaha, Nebraska, by Nebraska bar owner named Jake Gardner, who for that murder, shot him down. Everybody was on edge. All the white people was on edge that black people was just destroying shit, even though it was white people and officers infiltrating these BLM protests and destroying shit as well. Nevertheless, there was obviously guards were up. This man killed James Scurlock, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, and was actually set to turn himself in this past Sunday. Well, Jake Gardner killed himself, died by suicide on the same day he was supposed to turn himself in. That's a fucking tragedy, you know what I'm saying? And this is a stain on the United States of America, if not anything else. Green War and Graduation. Report of the New World, the Bishop Grady, let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So over in Kenosha, Wisconsin, an investigation into the shooting of Jake Blake. Remember them cops that shot him up in his back while he was going to his car and all of that? Or whatever, they're actually investigating into that. And that investigation has apparently reached its final stages. We'll see what the outcome is on that. There was a lot of uproar from it, but I don't know that it compares to the uproar that was for Breonna Taylor, 26-year-old emergency room technician that was actually killed in her own home due to a no-knock warrant. Now, the city there have since put a ban on no-knock warrants and all of that. But right now, they're preparing for a grand jury decision on whether they're going to indict these officers for a crime. And this is happening this week. So far for the past week, they've already the federal buildings have been closed down for the whole week. They're boarding up in buildings all through the downtown and all of that, because they're in fear of retribution of what black people are gonna do if these officers are not indicted. Now, it's just sad. I don't really have too many words for it. Green War and Graduation.